YouTube, how are you now? Sean here from the EDC Den, back with another video. Guys, I have a little story to tell here. As you know, lately I've been really into the traditionals. I mean, it goes back quite some time. This was one of my first traditionals that I picked up when I started collecting knives fairly seriously, maybe 12 years ago or so. A French knife from the Laguiole region. That kind of kicked things off into the traditional world for me. I have shown a lot of traditional knives on my channel here. We've got the French knives, we've got the Rough Riders, the Sodbusters. This is a class knife, the class large Stockman. This is a case trapper, and this is a GEC number 23 Pioneer trapper. So, been heavy into the traditionals, been showing them a lot on the channel, but lately something happened. I started itching for a modern knife. I do collect modern knives as well, but I did kind of pump the brakes on the modern knife world. But maybe being so heavy into traditional knives lately kind of instigated that itch for a modern knife. So, you know, I scratched my Benchmade bone, and no, that wasn't it. I was still itching. So then I scratched my Spyderco bone. That didn't work either. I was still itching. So then I thought, could it really be the itchy bone? Could it be Cold Steel? And yes, guys, it was in fact the Cold Steel bone. It was itching hard, and I had to check out some of the recent offerings from Cold Steel. Now, I haven't purchased a Cold Steel knife in quite some time, maybe 5 or 6 years. So after researching their recent offerings, I came up with two knives that I was very interested in. And here are a couple of Cold Steel monsters to take a look at. The AD10 and the SR1. So let me clear away these traditional knives and make room for a couple of beasts. Alright guys, let's take a quick look at these. Alright, goodbye traditionals. Hello Cold Steel monsters. Now let me start off by saying that, you know, these knives would be better served out in the woods or something, doing some more heavy use activities. Not exactly ideal for a tabletop review, so I will be sure to take these guys out into the bush for you guys and thrash on them a little bit. Haven't got there yet. Work's been pretty busy, but hopefully I'll get out soon and get some outdoor footage with these guys. So here we have the Cold Steel AD10. AD, whenever you see that in the Cold Steel context, it stands for Andrew Demko, one of their main designers, and he came up with the triad lock. Triad meaning tri for the three places that the lock engages, and ad or AD for Andrew Demko. So both of these knives feature the triad lock, which is just a super fortified lockback knife. Not sure what the 10 signifies, but the AD is for Andrew Demko. So this is based off of one of Andrew Demko's custom designs, and yeah, it's a really nice knife, really comfortable. Nice blade on there. Sorry about all the glare, guys. The blade's really catching the light. S35 VN steel, made in Taiwan. We've got smoothed out G10 scales. You can see a nice texture on there, nice pattern. It's not totally smooth, but it's not as coarse as your average G10. For example, on this one is super coarse. Nice grind on that blade on both sides. There's the look in the hand. Fits an average size hand quite well. Got some nice jimping on top. Nice forward choil here. These want to just drop shut. The action is really nice and smooth. I don't do that thing where I just let it drop freely, because it can swing back and bite your finger. I'll just put this here to protect my hand from the blade, but as soon as I do engage or disengage that lock, you're going to see the blade just freely drop. So really nice smooth action. Some Cold Steels can be a little bit tough to open and close, but these two are both really nice. You can see everything's fit nicely at the back. It's like an aluminum backspacer with a bit of a pummel on it. Got aluminum liners. And this huge beefy pocket clip. So that's a little bit much for me. It's also extremely tough. Once you get that in your pocket, it's a little bit tough to get out. Not as bad as this one that I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, it's, I don't know, more for like attaching to some molly or something like that than a pocket maybe, or maybe your belt. The SR1, another large knife. Check out the thick blade stock on this. Extremely thick, even thicker than this beast. Yeah, significantly thicker. This handle's probably a little bit more than I need for my size hands, but I have tried this knife with gloves on and it works really well. You can manipulate the thumb stud easily with gloves on, as well as the back lock. Same deal, this one just wants to drop freely as soon as you disengage the lock. And yeah, you can kind of learn each knife where you can put your finger to protect yourself from cutting it. But if you have several knives like I do, most of you guys watching do have several knives, you really got to pay attention to which knife you're holding and where the safe spot is. So for that reason, I don't just let these drop freely unless I have a rag or something. But yeah, you can kind of find an angle that's going to be safe where it's not going to guillotine your finger, but they really are heavy blades and they come swinging down and they just want to bite your finger each time. I haven't been bit yet, but it'll definitely happen if you're not careful. So there's a look at the coarse G10 that I was talking about, and another huge beefy pocket clip. If you guys have this thing attached to your pocket, it's going to be really difficult to get out. Just the grip of the clip in conjunction with the grip of this really aggressive G10 makes it really hard to get out. I think it's more of like a clip for the front grille of your Hummer maybe than a pocket. You just kind of clip that right on the front of your Hummer and off you go. This one's a little bit easier with the pocket clip just because of the smooth G10, but it's still really, really tough. Alright guys, so just wanted to give you a quick look after the results of my itchy Cold Steel bone. These are the two I picked up to scratch that itch, and they certainly did the job. I only have 3 other Cold Steel knives, and they're all of the extra large variant, so I did want to try Cold Steel that I could actually slip in a pocket or a jacket or something that's just not, you know, a 7-inch blade or whatever the XL ones are. Okay, so guys, a quick look at these, and like I said, I will take these outside when I can get out there and beat on them a little bit. Hopefully that'll happen soon. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Big hello to all my subscribers and my YouTube friends out there. We will see you real soon in the next video. Alright guys, take care.